So this isn't actually a question. This is the product of a note that Ben made when we were making one of these other videos. He's like, rejection. We need to talk about rejection. And I think that this, unlike that meditation video earlier, is one that we were both really well qualified to talk about.
As we don our black
I
clothing.
was in the dating trenches in San Francisco for like 5 years, and I have been rejected so many times by so many people. It's truly mind-boggling. I'd actually take it to my therapist and she'd be like, wow, you just don't give up, do you? Sort of with that, you really should have given up like a year ago.
But you have a fabulous boyfriend.
I do. See? And okay, so actually maybe this is our first point. I pushed myself to keep moving through the rejection.
He's
and
cool.
I kept pushing myself. And years and years and years later, I actually did meet someone who is possibly perfect for me. People look at us together and they're kind of astonished that somebody else like me actually exists on this planet and we managed to find each other. So I think the beauty of rejection is that it hones you down. It really kind of makes you learn how to assess yourself from only your point of view rather than taking into account everybody else's opinions about you. And he's moving a lot of papers around now, and so we're both a little bit go.
I want to say that it's either, one helpful tool is it's either this or this person or something better.
That is actually the one idea that helped me the most. Mm-hmm. It's this or something better.
And other things that helped me is that I kind of have to trust that the person who's rejecting me knows what they're doing. Mm-hmm. That they're rejecting me for a reason. Mm-hmm. And it's really hard because it's a big ego blow, and it's really hard not to get your own crap wrapped up in the situation. Mm-hmm. And if you look at it, if you look at what marriage is, and I don't care what anybody says, I believe that the reason that we date is because ultimately, fundamentally, we're trying to find someone to settle down with. I just think that's unconscious. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and there are a lot of serial monogamists out there that are addicted to kind of the honeymoon phase, and they want to have 6 million people that they're dating at the same time, which is totally your prerogative. But I think it's kind of an addictive behavior. But that's just totally my therapeutic place, and that's what I believe. But what the hell was I saying?
I have no idea. I sort of lost track.
The point is that I think that we are that if we are all on the same unconscious project of trying to couple with another human, male or female, whatever your orientation is, it's just meaningless to me. That you have to trust that the other person knows that too unconsciously and is making a decision on your behalf, for your mental, for your future, that this is not going to work because they know intuitively, your intuition, that this is not right. So, in a screwed up way, when someone rejects me, I kind of think, thank you.
Yeah, it is. They're doing you a favor because they are releasing you so that someone better can come along.
Unless they're being really mean.
Always... You threw me off with the mean thing. I was going to say it's always an upgrade. Like, honestly, every single person who's rejected me, I look back now and I think, oh, thank God. Yeah. Thank God. Yeah, and sometimes people, okay, maybe somebody's being mean and rejecting you out of sheer meanness. They just did you a huge favor because do you want to have anything to do with a mean person who would do that for fun? Of course not. You don't need that in your life. Mm-hmm. So, they're still doing you a favor. I think that rejection is something we all resist because it hits us where our stuff lies. And I think that rejection can be an amazing tool for growth. It can also be tiring.
How are you with rejecting other people?
Oh, it's not good.
No.
It's not good. Rejecting other people is also very hard.
It's weird. I saw an article.
I'd rather be rejected than get rejected.
Yeah, they did a study on it.
Be rejected than do the rejecting. I prefer that.
I saw a thing based on a study, based on a thing. It was a study because therefore it's valid because someone did a study and had the word study.
It's on the internet. You can.
No, it was actually in the New York Times, and that's even more valid, right? Because it wasn't on the internet. It was on a piece of paper and it was written typed.
Wow.
They did a study that people that reject suffer as much as people who get rejected.
They do that in the New Yorker.
You're not listening.
No, sorry.
That's rejection. She just rejected me. She just didn't listen to me.
I'm practicing my ability to reject people.
You're setting boundaries.
Okay. I'm sorry.
So anyway,
that was rude of me.
No, it wasn't.
I'm listening.
No, I liked it. It was experiential. Like we're modeling rejection.
This is how it is. And see, now he has to sort of sink back into himself. Say, you know what? I have valuable information.
What does it mean to sink back into yourself?
Well, it's like centering yourself. It's like, oh yeah, I guess that's actually kind of a terrible phrase because like it's sort of like you kind of just like closing in.
Like it kind of implies like if you're sinking back into yourself, where were you before that? Were you
out of yourself? Well, I think that rejection can knock you out of yourself. That's part of what rejection does. It can take you and like it's because rejection can be sort of a traumatic experience.
What does it mean to be out of yourself? Sorry. Anyway, listen, but I would.
We got off topic.
Off topic. So yeah, so setting boundaries with the people and rejecting the person is conversely kind of you're doing the person a favor. You know that it's not going to work. It's also like when you reject someone else, it's like I feel almost like I want to take care of their feelings. And
you are not responsible for their feelings.
You're not, and you've got to conserve your energy for you and your power for you, because if you spend your time worrying about other people's feelings, you are just going to deplete yourself, and you're not going to be able to.
And you're not helping them at all.
And you're not going to have energy for the next relationship. And if you get into a pattern of taking care of everybody's goddamn feelings, in your next actual relationship, you're going to be codependent. You're going to be falling in love with yourself to make sure the other person is happy, which is not how it's supposed to go. I don't think, anyway. Is that how it's supposed to go?
That is not how it's supposed to go.
Not good.
Officially not right.
I have a degree in relationships, which means that I'm an authority, right? I have a marriage family therapy license. That means I'm supposed to know something.
Yes, it means you're supposed to know something. Do you know something?
I know that you still have a Christmas tree, and it's like January 20th.
I knew this was going to come up again. I've had a lot of priorities the past couple of weeks.
You have trouble rejecting your tree. You don't want to reject. You have.
It's a pretty tree. I like it.
You're being codependent with your tree.
It has mice on it, and it has giraffes, and it has a skating moose.
You're connected to
has a flying pig.
You're connected to your ornaments. How silly these
Hey, what are you doing?
Look at this.
What are you doing?
Look at this ridiculous thing. This.
Okay, well, if we're doing this. I'm showing you my favorite ornament of all time because it's getting stuck on things now. It's a mouse. See, it's a mouse. It's an adventure mouse. He has a little cap and he has a little path.
So let's do a little role play where they reject each other.
Okay.
Who's rejecting who? The mouse or the?
I think with that hat, the moose needs to be doing the rejecting.
The moose needs to reject.
Yes.
Okay.
So the mouse is going to walk up.
Okay, enter mouse. Hey,
are you the mouse or am I the mouse? What's happening right now?
You're the mouse.
I'm the mouse.
Well, you're holding the mouse.
Well, yes, I'm holding. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. But I was gonna come up and like ask if the mouse could give the moose a little kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
Because the mouse thinks the moose is very pretty and it would make him very happy to find a step stool.
Okay. So hey.
But he's polite and he wants to ask first.
So I'm gonna hold up my little. No. Hey, it's nice. We need to have a conversation, and I really enjoy your company, and I realize that by the tone of my voice you probably know what's coming, because this is the tone of voice that people have been taking it for ages with. Listen, you're a really good person, and I just want you to know that I really appreciate you. However, I've done some thinking, and I really don't feel that we're compatible, and I want you to know that I do care about you, and I care about your feelings, and I do like you, but this is not going to work.
But have you seen my acorn cap? I think my acorn cap says a lot about our compatibility.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, and the thing is that I think you're just going to be much happier. I promise you, you're a fantastic, worthwhile human mouse.
Well, thank you for being honest with me. I appreciate that. Cut. Hold, please.
What are you doing?
I'm getting now. So put the moose away because the moose is now out of the picture. Sad mouse.
Sad mouse.
New mouse.
New mouse.
They found each other.
Kiss, kiss,
kiss, kiss, kiss, kiss, kiss. See?
And I've tricked her into starting to take her ornaments off of her stupid tree, which
Damn
means
it! I didn't even catch that.
You didn't think of that.
I didn't think of that.
That's some sly stuff.
He's rejecting my Christmas tree, and I do not appreciate it.
But that was strategery. Strategery.
It's not a word.
It's poof, it's a word. I
It's,
suppose.
now it's a word. He said it, and now it's a word. That's how words work. That's how language develops. Have we covered? I feel like we have a lot more to say about rejection.
We do.
We do. What else do we have to say about
I
rejection?
don't know. I think we should ask the internet. I think. Well, we kind of modeled like a rejection, how to reject somebody thing.
Yeah.
With
and what happens when you get rejected, and then a better person or mouse comes along.
I think we have more to say, and
we do.
I think I'm going to pause the video.
It should be a two-parter, maybe.
And maybe we will ask the great white internet about it.
Sure. Consider this your question. If you have like thoughts on rejection or questions about rejection or ways that you have handled rejection in the past that you're really proud of, or you'd like to reject us, feel free. It
hasn't happened yet.
No, it hasn't.
Isn't that must be a strange experience to be rejected with somebody else? Like, do you think that people that are in like those weird relationships, like, you've heard of Tinder?
No.
Yeah, it's Tinder for people looking for threesomes.
Whoa!
I'm sorry to do.
You just blew my mind a little bit.
Yeah, and like I want to know, like, I want to see like what that looks like when two people reject one person, or one person rejects two people, or four people reject
one person rejects two people. The two people can kind of like go off to their corner and be like, "Oh, we didn't like him anyway."
Is it easier? Do you think?
What was that? I think it is. I don't know.
The polyamorous thing is fascinating to me. I
because also you could like blame it on the other person. It's like, well, they probably thought I was great, but didn't like you so much. That's not healthy. Probably don't do that. But it would make it easier.
But can you imagine if you're like one person and two people reject you?
Ooh, ouch.
How? And like, what if you're in love with both of them?
Oh, ouch! That's like a double whammy.
Ooh. You know, and it's like
monogamy's hard enough.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
We were gonna pause this, weren't we? And come back.
Oh, that's right.
We were gonna pause and then we didn't. We're pausing now.
Pausing.
Bye. You don't really know how to